What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another video slash podcast of Dynasty Dweebs. I know we don't usually upload on Thursdays. As you know, we upload on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. But we had some breaking news last night, as I'm sure some of you already saw, that Raheem Mostert has requested a trade from the 49ers due to contract problems. They can't reach a negotiation point here. You know, the 28-year-old back wants, I'm sure, more money because of his performance towards the end of the season. He played very well. They did not end up winning the Super Bowl, which I think also has an effect on this. And just the fact that the 49ers have so much leverage over Raheem Mostert because they have Tevin Coleman, Jared McKinnon, and Jeff Wilson Jr., and they can easily just find a different back that they can pay a lot less than Raheem Mostert. I mean, he played very well. He's a talented guy, but by no means is he elite, I would say. So how does this affect everything now that he's requesting a trade? So first off, let me just say there is no guarantee that he gets traded and he's on the 49ers. That's the first case scenario, right? He stays with the 49ers, nothing changes at all. So this could be an overreaction. Everyone will keep freaking out. So I would suggest for a couple of days you kind of sit here and I won't get into holding, buying, and selling yet. So let's just talk about this backfield without Raheem Mostert. So if Raheem Mostert is not on this team and he gets traded away, what happens to the backfield? So I would project Tevin Coleman taking the lead role. I would give him the bulk of the carries, and he works in the receiving work as well for third down. But also they have Jared McKinnon, who hasn't played in 2 years. He was at one point the highest paid running back in the league. They reworked his contract because he wasn't playing. He was injured. I see him being worked in here and there. Who knows what his ability is regarding health now? We'll find out. Jeff Wilson Jr., I don't know. I think that we're just going to our main focus is on Tevin Coleman right now. I think that he is going to be the next guy up, and we need to put our focus towards Tevin Coleman. He has a lot of value. If you have him on your team now, maybe you sell him off the rumor. Maybe Mostert ends up staying, like I said. There's a lot of case scenarios here, and you might have to abuse it. Okay? I'm probably just going to hold Mostert if you own him in dynasty leagues because I don't know how much value he's going to have because no one knows where he's going to go. He could lose value depending where he goes or potentially gain. Potentially. So Tevin Coleman becomes an RB2 has RB2 status. I'm not going to give him that 1 because Shanahan has really showed that they like running with the committee backfield, and I don't see Tevin Coleman being a workhorse back. I'm not seeing it, boys. I just don't see how that's going to happen. Not from last year to this year. He's just not going to become that workhorse that you want him to be. Okay? I think that he has very good value up before this in ADP for his average draft position. And I think that if you got him on your team, that you're holding him or selling the rumor. I'm not buying Tevin Coleman because it's not a guarantee. So, what happens? What are the landing spots for Raheem Mostert? You're wondering. Okay, so I only have a couple in mind and not many because I don't really know. So, let's start with one of the popular ones so far, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They have Ronald Jones and Keyshawn Vaughn. So, problem there. Tampa Bay Buccaneers are obviously looking to win the Super Bowl. They went after Brady, and they got Gronk. Okay? So, 2 older players and not on a very long contract either. So, they're going to want to win. Now, I'll ask you the question. Would you be comfortable having Ronald Jones and Keyshawn Vaughn in your backfield to win a Super Bowl? Probably not. They showed interest in Devonta Freeman. And I think so, and that didn't work out because they couldn't get a contract negotiated. He wanted too much money. So if Raheem Mostert somehow wants less money than what Freeman wanted, I don't know what that number was, then that will work out. But I'm going to assume that he wants more money than Freeman if the 49ers aren't paying it anyways. But maybe they get something worked out. If that was the case, we'll just go into speculation here. That he ends up being on the Buccaneers. Ronald Jones shoots down the shitter, and Keyshawn Vaughn goes further down the shitter. And Raheem Mostert's going to get the bulk of the carries on this team, I believe. I don't think Ronald Jones is going to be able to compete with Raheem Mostert. Just my opinion, of course. Anything could happen. Second team we have is the Philadelphia Eagles. So Eagles also have showed interest in some of the veterans, as you know, previously. And I don't know here. Okay, this is gonna be my last team that I'm gonna predict because it's kind of hard to say outside of this, just because this is like it's another speculation idea. So the Philadelphia Eagles were looking at veterans. They usually do RBBC, running back by committee. If I'm very sorry if you have Miles Sanders right now, because I'm sure you're freaking out, because if the Eagles end up getting Mostert, I am downgrading Sanders a lot. Like a lot. He should not be being drafted where he is now if Mostert is on this team. I can tell you that right now. Just because just the fact you could just say that he's losing the goal line touches, that is a big deal. Especially, I mean, to me, that's a big deal. And I mean, if they're going to pay this guy to play, he's going to play. I would say that Mostert is going to lose value no matter where he goes because Shanahan does such a great job of using his running backs and getting them fantasy points. So we'll see, but I'm downgrading Mostert wherever he lands, most likely outside the 49ers. I think that the best case scenario for everyone and for our fantasy players is that Mostert stays on the Niners because no one was really high on Tevin Coleman anyways or Jared McKinnon. But if he goes almost anywhere else, you got to think that he's going to have an immediate impact on their backfields. So just keep an eye on it. I would probably just hold Mostert for now. Not looking to buy. If you want to go buy Tevin Coleman for the cheap, probably can't get him cheap now. I guess maybe you could sell him on the high off the rumor. Sell the rumor, boys. Well, good luck to everyone. If you have Miles Sanders, don't worry about it too hard, man. You're probably fine. I hope Dougie P and the boys just keep their heads up with Miles Sanders, realize they got a good back in him, and don't go after Mostert because he's 28 years old. And I don't even know how someone's going to pay him that much money. Like, he had a good season, but I think it was just based on Shanahan working him in and doing a great job. Like, outside of this year, he wasn't really anything. So thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe. Peace.